Hi Virgo, here's a general look at your solar chart for the whole of 2012, and of course you've still got Venus in your sign until July, and so there could be quite a lot of decisive or dynamic activity for you, depending on where Mars is and which degree of the sign you were born on. Both Venus and Mars are in these extraordinarily long transits in 2012. Venus is going to be in Gemini from April the 4th to 8th of August, and going to be sharing the stage with Jupiter for some of that time. That's starting from June, and that Venus and Jupiter together are a really expansive, friendly, sociable pair. Venus is going to be bringing you good vibes, and that's going to be coming into your area of career and overall life direction. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of support there to help you with, steering navigating your way, maybe in a different direction in your life, maybe not, but definitely just giving you that support. And also it could mean that more doors could be swinging open for you, and it's likely that you will be promoted or appreciated more by others, and that could be in the professional sense or in your personal life, and just getting, as I say, more support for your general goals and aims and plans. Mars will be staying in your sign until July, and so there's going to be a lot more hustle and bustle, a lot of decisive kind of activity, maybe, whereas before Mars came into your sign, which happened in November 2012, there was a lot of things hanging in the air, a lot of uncertainties around you. And for some of you, a love relationship could really start to heat up with Mars in your sign. It's an extraordinarily long transit, dynamically activating your energy, your vitality, your push, your drive, your urge to get ahead with things and to accomplish and achieve. And it could mean that you get very physically active, and some of you could be, working out, or, jogging, or really getting very physically active, or maybe, that's thrust upon you because you need to have the stamina and the energy to step up to the plate in whatever way is demanded of you, you see. And it'll be this prolonged period where there will be these demands on you, so it's best to be looking after yourself, really, because that's something you do very well for others, but you don't do very well for yourself sometimes, do you, Virgo? Anyway, you might sometimes feel it's necessary to push yourself beyond your limits, because the situation just seems to demand it, but just don't make it a habit of overdoing things. You know how foolish that is, and you would be saying these same words perhaps in a different way and a different accent to somebody else, look after yourself. But you can really make a great deal of progress during this phase, and have quite an impact on others. Be ready to, as I say, take action, be a bit of a pioneer and a crusader as well, because the Mars energy really can deliver if you are in that frame of mind. It likes that sort of activity. It doesn't like sitting at home twiddling its thumbs, contemplating its navel, and if you do that, then for whatever the reason, then the energy can kind of back up inside of you. So just get active mentally if you can't get active physically. And you'll probably be working harder, getting things more the way you want them to be on practical levels, particularly when Mars leaves your sign, which is going to be on the 4th of July 2012, and spends around about 5-6 weeks in the next sector, and that's when you get all this kind of basic practical stuff. Get into gear with all of that stuff, and also physical health and well-being even more. Now, until June the 12th, 2012, Jupiter will be working happily out of his own house, which is the 9th house in your solar chart. So that, that is in a very good angle to your solar sun in Virgo, or rather your sun in Virgo, not your solar sun in Virgo, your sun in Virgo. There should be more opportunities for travel, education, teaching, guiding, communications of all kinds, media, spoken or written word, and other forms of creative self-expression. Also, you being the disseminator of information, beating the drum on something, promoting something, and any kind of negotiation sort of situation as well. So it's a great vibration for that. It's a great vibration for broadcasting across a wider stage, in whatever way, whether it's over the net or through, writing, speaking, in other ways. And some of you could be getting involved in publishing, being more politically active or aware, and getting involved for some reason with the law at some point or another, maybe just kind of knowing your rights on something, or it could be something else, and communications media, as I say. So your awareness and knowledge base will certainly be growing during this very expansive period, and there could be more travel coming in as well for you. Virgos born across the whole of the sign are going to benefit from this vibration in 2012. Yes, and more connecting maybe with foreign lands, foreign cultures also. Now from the 12th of June, Jupiter goes into your career area, your overall life direction, as I mentioned earlier, with Venus, and that's going to be staying in there, the planet of expansion and abundance, staying in there until June 2013. So this bodes very well for you. It could mean that there's more offers and opportunities and more doors swinging open for you to go, in this or that or the other direction with your life direction, or with your master plan, or with your goals or ambitions and career, and in anything to do with the profession. And people are going to just show their appreciation to you more, and you'll begin to feel, I think, more established in your field, whichever direction you choose to go, whether that's in a personal sense or in a professional sense. And even be able to identify more what you do for a living, which would be good. Romantic liaisons, travel, foreign links, higher education, connecting with those at a distance, again, could be part of the picture here. And you Virgos born until the 10th of December, or up to 18 degrees of Virgo, should be feeling this vibration mostly from June onwards. Saturn is continuing its transit of Libra until October the 6th. That means that you've got to continue to meet the challenge of the material side of life, basic stuff, practical things, and putting disciplined, regular, routine effort into those things. Also diet, nutrition, anything around finances, and setting things up there in the best way you can, as we all are trying to do that, and looking at maybe improving or increasing quality lines of supply, whether it's cash or vegetables. Gradually life becomes more comfortable through your sustained, patient, steady effort, and all of that's going to stand you in good stead further down the line. And also don't forget your inborn gifts, Virgo, because this is also the area about steadily, patiently, ploddingly, boringly even developing those, and getting more satisfaction about out of what you can do with those talents from the point of view of skills. Virgos born 13th of September onwards, or with from 21 degrees of Virgo rising, will feel this energy most, and then Saturn moves. It moves into Scorpio, and it begins a 2.5-year transit, coming from quite a good angle to your sun sign, a more opportunistic angle, and that challenges you to work more diligently at anything around education, media, communications, and toing and froing, short distance travel perhaps. It's a long transit, so these things will slowly unfold over the transit, but perhaps integrating a new understanding, an intellectual understanding, hence education, or maybe developing speaking, writing skills, people skills, and any other medium of creative self-expression, developing it steadily, but taking on maybe more in the way of deadlines and paperwork during this phase, and learning that perceptions aren't necessarily based in fact. They may not even be true, and somebody's truth isn't necessarily the truth. It's just their truth, which is their perception. You Virgos born up until the 1st of September, or with up to 11 degrees of Virgo rising, will feel this vibration mostly from October onwards. And Uranus, I'll talk about Uranus on side 2, so I'll see you there. Hi Virgo, this is part 2 of your overview for the whole of 2012. Now Uranus has been working from Aries since early 2011, and it's gradually revolutionizing the way your joint finances work. This will be because it's bringing change and sometimes destabilization, and sort of change you weren't expecting as well sometimes, into the area of what you share with another, joint resources, joint properties, basic material security that is shared with or reliant upon another. So there's going to be some sort of juggling and changing around in that area there. And Uranus tends to reverse the order of things, kind of like that, and then it can actually do it back again, and it's sort of fluctuating energy, really. So that is the area where you'll have to be most ready to roll with the changes. There could be an ending of a phase and a chapter in your life which actually brings about transformation for you in relationships as well. And it could be a revolution in your thinking too, related to your joint material situation, which could be altogether a good thing. It favors new technology, renewable energy, and other experiences or objects or things which you might term alien or unusual for you. So you might be pooling resources with others. You might be involved in sort of cooperative of some kind, which puts you in a good place, emotionally, but also materially. So it can work in various ways. And you Virgos born up till 9 degrees Virgo rising, and in the first 9 days of Virgo, we'll be feeling the energy mostly over 2012. Neptune for many years has been making its influence felt in very subtle ways, maybe quite spiritual ways. You might have felt quite guided at times by dreams and visions, and or playing a more unconditional supporting role in the lives of others. And sometimes it's been hard for you to draw the line between where you end and they begin, sort of thing, or meeting your own needs and requirements, as well as trying to meet their needs and requirements. There might have also been mysterious illnesses or misdiagnosis or allergies that you've been having to cope with, or maybe it's not been you, maybe it's been somebody you're connected with. And again, using the softer remedies, spiritual healing, etc., homeopathy, vibrational healing, light healing would have been the way to go over this long time. Also, it's been a wonderful transit for you artists out there. Now, Neptune's coming out of that area on February the 4th, and it will be staying in your opposite sign, Pisces, its home sign, for many, many years, for over a decade. And this new position of Neptune could have you putting people on a pedestal and worshipping them, or it could have people putting you on a pedestal and worshipping you. Both situations are equally phony and uncomfortable, but might be fun for a bit. But no, they are uncomfortable. So you just got to, with Neptune, you just got to be a bit more careful about people not getting the wires crossed, or you having expectations which are just dreams and fantasies, or somebody having dreams and fantasies about you. You see what I mean? So just take time to make sure things are clear between you and an opposite number, whether that's in your personal life or your professional life. As a matter of fact, this bodes very well for those of you working closely in one-to-one sort of helping, healing, counseling situations, because the Neptune energy is about compassion. It's about selflessness. It's about unity. It's about how we're all connected. So this can, really bring the best out of you, Virgo, in those sort of working situations. But just remember that sometimes you've got to be clear about where the line is drawn, particularly in your personal life, and stop, kind of over-romanticizing about somebody or something, or indeed, don't really lead anybody into doing that. Well, you probably wouldn't lead them into it, but just to try and avoid it, and just be aware of it anyway. You Virgos born from the 23rd to the 27th of August, or with up to 4 degrees of Virgo rising, will feel this energy mostly in 2012. Now, the life-changing force of Pluto working out of Capricorn is in a brilliant angle to your sun sign, and it's regenerating you from very deep levels. So there will probably be a gradual, or sometimes really quite sudden, it can be letting go of old scenarios, old relationship, old place on the map, and anything which has kept you under a thumb, or kept you held down, hasn't allowed you to feel your self-worth, to feel your confidence, your sense of empowerment. This is trying to get you to maybe honor yourself more, and getting more control in over things, so that you end up center stage, so that you end up being able to take the applause, the lights, and it doesn't have to be in a big way. It's just that this energy is going to help you to really receive healing and love and appreciation, instead of just being on the giving end of it, which many of you, are in quite a habit of doing. And yes, definitely acknowledging and appreciating yourself more through a relationship, a romantic relationship, through family, through projects and leisure activities and performance activities, even it could be. And you Virgos born 27th of August to the 2nd of September, or with up to 10 degrees of Virgo rising, will feel this energy mostly this year. Yeah. There's 2 solar eclipses. One's on May the 20th and one is November the 13th. The first one is at 0 degrees of Gemini, and the second one is at 21 degrees of Scorpio. So the first one will send a pulse of energy of change through the area to do with your general life direction and your master plan or smaller goals. It's just an energy that will help you juggle things in a way which will support and underpin good change in those areas there change is needed, to do with your professional ambitions and, your sort of the role that you're playing in the world, really, and how others are seeing you. And that's probably going to be because of or centered around certain significant relationships. And then the second one is Scorpio. Again, will send a pulse of energy out over the subsequent months to do with you feeling more freely, spontaneously creative and playful, and making your voice heard in whatever way that is, with communications. So it's a good time to pick up the phone, write that important letter that you've been putting off, or even bigger than that, write the thesis or the book, or do the master work, whatever that is, whatever that thing is you've been wanting to get off your chest creatively, in a creatively self-expressive kind of a way. So this is a highly sociable area, and you could be meeting and greeting more than usual too. Now you need to know where Mercury is going to be over 2012 when it retrogrades, because Mercury is your ruling planet. So Mercury retrogrades 3 times every year for about 3 weeks each time. And in 2012 it'll be March the 12th to April the 4th, which will be through Pisces and Aries. And then July the 14th to August the 7th, and that's going to be through Cancer and Leo. And then the third time will be November the 6th to November the 26th, which is going to be Scorpio and Sagittarius. And remember, this whole of this forecast is set against the backdrop of really probably quite dramatically transformational events and upheaval really going on across the globe this year. And I've spoken a little bit more about that on this video called The Shift 2012. So you get more information about aspects there. And as the months unfold over the year, I'll be talking about aspects anyway. If you'd like to go and listen to your rising sign or your moon sign, you might get more information, snippets out of that. And I wish you well, and I'll see you the next time.